Okay. Let's get out of that quickly. Hi, everyone. I hope you're ready for this impromptu Monday night stream. I finished my video that I was editing early, so now here I am. I will wait for people to pop in so they can answer the most important question of all time. Can you hear me? I changed the volume up a little bit so that you can now hear some of the background noises, because I realized that you couldn't hear the obscene sex noise that Joseph makes. So I shouldn't have to suffer alone. I shouldn't. So just let me know if the music of the game gets too loud. I'll turn it right down. Turn it down low for our ASMR session. So as you saw from the thumb, I guess you know what time it is. I guess you know which dad I decided to go on the date with next. It's Craig. Joseph makes a noise. Yeah, bio girl. He makes a really intense noise sometimes. And that's the only reason I turned the game up. Also, before we get started, I have to tell you, you should all be offended on Ethan Sommerfeld's behalf because Mr. Shipper said that he was hideous. So, that's right. He said that he was hideous. So I'm not okay and I'm sad and it's not true. I refuse to believe it's true. He said that he was not good enough for any of the dads. So yeah, we're going to prove him wrong though. We're going to prove him wrong by getting S with all of the dads. So without further ado, let's start with Craig. Hi, Craig. I know Craig. Also, after Voltron Season 6, it just seemed like an appropriate time for Craig or Crero or Shag, whatever we're going to call him. Let's do it. Also, the answers that we picked for the dad book quiz do low-key affect who's attracted to us, but we'll just power on through. I mean, what else can we do? There we go. I wonder what Craig's up to today. Don't we all? Okay, so now is the moment before we get too far in. How is the background music? Because for me, it sounds so loud, but I need to know how it is for you. And then we will go date Craig. So I have to ask, like, is everybody aware that these are dates? I mean, or do they think they're just hangouts? Because, yeah. I navigate to Craig's dad book page and type out a message. Medium for you? Okay. You can barely hear it. Okay, that's normally how it is for me. Okay. I'm feeling good about life. OBS wouldn't lie to me about the levels. It wouldn't lie. Hey, Craig, what you doing? Hey, bro, or should I say neighbor? Let's catch up like old times. A couple moments pass before I hear a ding on the computer. It's a message from Craig. That was quick. I know, Demi, just two bros hanging out, platonically. Bro, my man, let's definitely hang soon. Might be a little different from our old weekend-long benders, but it'll still be fun. I think for a moment, this could be a fun opportunity to see my old buddy in his new element. Two bros, just two guys, and they're having a good time. Does anybody else remember all those Lonely Island songs from back in the day? Because I definitely do. We exchange a couple more messages and he logs off to prep for the game. I should see if Amanda wants to join me. I walk over to Amanda's room and knock on the door. Yo, Amanda Panda! I open the door and find Amanda sitting cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by magazines and newspaper clippings. She seems to be making some sort of art piece. What's she working on? Just a collage for class. We're supposed to make a piece that represents our goals for the future. I take a closer look at her collage. That's a lot of dogs. It's mostly dogs, yeah. Did you need something? Craig invited us to a softball game. Wanna go? Do I? Remember that one time you signed me up for softball and you brought me all the gear and then you took me to the first game and then someone hit a ball towards me and I just ran off the field crying? And then you hid in the dugout, would scream if I tried to pick you up. Yes. I was afraid of baseballs. I thought you were a gigantic sentient softball. So does that mean you don't want to go? Amanda gets up and looks me dead in the eye, determined. I'm finally ready to face my fears head on. Let's do this. Amanda and I make the short drive out to the local softball field. For a kid's softball game, it's pretty packed. We clamber up the bleachers and take our seats on the top row. I don't see Craig anywhere. So when did the kids start crying and running off the field? You know that your relationship with softball is different from everyone else's relationship with softball, right? Okay, but if I don't see some kids cry, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. For nostalgia purposes, of course, not because I take joy out of children fighting for my amusement. Sure, Amanda. Definitely not that. The game starts and the kids run out onto the field, and I see Craig by the dugout with a clipboard. He has River strapped to his chest, as per usual. There's a guy in a pancake costume doing jumping jacks across the field. I guess that's the mascot. See, I can't even talk. I'm so like, Craig has got me so shook I can't even talk. Reading the kids' brightly colored jerseys, I see that it's the Maple Bay Flapjacks against the Pinewood Ocelots. Go Flapjacks? That's so unfortunate. Why would that be your team name? Flapjacks. Who's gonna be defeated by a breakfast food?
Oh, man.
Choke up on the bat, Miranda! Yeah, Miranda, square up. How much do you know about softball? I know, guys. The man, the legend, Craig. Enough to know the balls are relatively hard, despite their name. But yelling is fun. Yeah, but when you go apathetic aesthetics, I get it. But when you go to other places and you have to introduce yourself as the Flapjacks, like the pun, it loses the levels of intimidation if you're not on your home turf. But yelling is fun. My school team's name was the Lumberjacks, so give it a shot. It's cathartic. Keep your eye on the ball. What's important is that you're having fun. What are you willing to sacrifice to win? That's a me answer. Keep your eye on the ball. And also an eye on the bat. And the outfield. And the other players. Just keep your eye on all the stuff simultaneously. Nice. We watch a couple innings of softball. They aren't ready for the major leagues yet, but Craig's trained his team pretty well. It seems like he's really good with kids. Keg stand Craig is good with children. Whoa. It's amazing how hard they're hitting the ball, and how no one has run off of the field crying yet. Amanda, dear, you have to let it go. Let what go? I'm perfectly fine. The opposing team is up at bat. They hit a fly ball out into center field. The tiny little girl tries to get under the ball, but it misses her glove and hits her straight in the forehead. See? It's a completely justifiable fear. The girl plops down on the grass and starts crying. Craig makes a beeline to her, checking her forehead and comforting her until her parents arrive. He carries her off the field as she sobs. Man, it's strange to think about how this was the guy who once backflipped off of a roof and into a pool while shotgunning a beer. He's so responsible now. The game resumes after the girl calms down a bit, and we watch a couple more innings. Craig's team is crushing the other team in the 9th inning. The Ocelots seem to have given up by this point. I see one outfielder eating fistfuls of grass. Well, that's just pretty standard of any Little League game. A batter on the other team knocks a foul ball into the stands. I follow the trajectory and... oh no. It's coming right for me. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. I close my eyes and brace for impact. Saving. Because the game knows I'm incompetent. Ellipses. I open my eyes and look over to see Amanda holding the softball, staring at it in amazement. I caught the ball? You saved me.
Yeah.
I caught the ball, Dad. I caught the ball. You did it, Amanda. I faced my fears. I defeated the softball. I can do anything. Amanda and I share a big hug. It's a tender moment that I don't think anyone else watching really understood. I'm proud of you, kiddo. The game ends and Craig's team are declared the victors. We sit patiently as the girls line up to shake hands. Great job, everyone. We walk over to the dugout to congratulate Craig, who's talking with some of the parents. Craig, great work, man. Thanks. We've been working hard all season, and it's great to see it paying off. I'm so proud of all my girls. Speaking of which, have you met Briar and Hazel? Hello. Hey, killer playing out there. Yeah, you guys rule. Thank you. You guys are twins, huh? So which one of you is the evil one? Hazel. Ellipses. She's ellipses because it's true. Yeah, it's me. I told you it was true. Good looking out. Do you guys ever pretend to be each other? I don't have a twin, but I think if I did, I'd be doing that constantly. Yeah, I take all of her math tests. And I usually throw rocks at stuff. When people get mad, I tell them I'm Briar. What? We will talk about this later. Ethan, bro, I just got a couple more things to clean up. Then we can hang. Sounds good. Just then one of the moms jumps into the conversation. I bet she does. Not so fast. We have to celebrate our win, Craig. I'm taking the whole team to get pizza.
Oh, man.
Oh, I don't know if I can. Nonsense. The girls won. What sort of celebration could we have without our fearless leader? She lays her hand on his shoulder, a bold move, and gives him Hugo eyes. Man, this mom is laying it on thick. Amanda and I share a look. The step off my man's look. All right. Is it cool if my bro comes along? The mom looks slightly put out, but covers it up with a smile. Of course. Where are we going? Thirsty's Pizza? What? What? It's a real place. To the pizza place. An endless stream of girls clad in softball gear pile out of a minivan and into a local pizza buffet, which is actually called Thirsty's Pizza. Amanda and I trail behind them with Craig. It is an apt name. This is why Craig comes here all the time. It's his natural environment. Reminds me of all the awful pizza we put into our bodies back in the day. Remember how we used to just fold whole pies in half and then put taco fillings inside? Pizzacos. I could never forget. How did we survive college? Our bodies were younger back then, man. More elastic. More able to handle the toxic waste we put inside of us. The good old days. The kids run around playing arcade games and eating greasy food. Amanda and I jump on a couple of slices of mediocre pizza. Hey, give me a piece of that. Nice. Nice one, Craig. I'll give you that. No, absolutely not. I'm just kidding. I'm strictly eating salad here. Guys, if you let me, I will just read every ha-ha's ha-ha. Ha-ha. I'm just kidding. Thanks for addressing the issue, Amanda. Dad. A different mom walks up to us, talking to Craig as if we weren't even there. Craig, thank you so much for looking after our kids. My daughter tells me every day about how great you are. Oh, I'm happy to look after them. Definitely helps that I have kids of my own. It's been so hard since Daniel left. I'm glad to know that my children have a strong male role model in their lives. I'm so sorry about all these female voices. Amanda and I look at each other again. Craig gets it from all angles, huh? So is this Martha Batman's mom or Superman's mom? She ran off. She's been at Thirsty's Pizza the whole time. Craig smiles sheepishly. Thank you so much, dude. Craig holds his fist up for a fist bump from the mom in what I think is a maneuver to lighten the conversation. He looks super uncomfortable. I should throw him a bone here. Create a diversion. Tag team with Amanda. Smoke screen Martha. Ooh. We gotta help our bro. I mean, Amanda and I are a pretty good team. Or I could just, do the natural thing and knock over all the glasses, like, and be incompetent. Well, let me just save here. Let me pretend that I can get an S on all these dates the first time through by tag teaming with Amanda. I give Amanda another knowing look, and she hits me back with a nod. She understands. Amanda puts a hand to her stomach and looks at me with puppy dog eyes. Dad, I don't feel so good. I think I ate too much pizza. Oh no, sweetie. You're not gonna projectile vomit everywhere, are you? Yeah, I think I am gonna projectile vomit everywhere. Right now. The words projectile vomit and right now usually seem to get everyone to clear out. But Martha's not budging because she has kids of her own. She's not afraid of a little exorcist vomit. Back it up, Martha. You're in the splash zone. I drank a lot of orange juice this morning, and it's feeling pretty acidic. You'll be fine. Amanda shoots me a worried look. This con is going sideways. We failed. I should have known that a mom of all people would know the fake puke scam. Yeah, I should have. Incompetent. Well, I guess it went away and I'm fine now. Nothing's wrong. She turns her back on me to talk to Craig. So, I'm so sorry. So, I'm taking Hazel and Briar tonight for the sleepover? Yep, they're pretty excited about it. You'll keep them out of trouble, right? Oh, of course. But I could always use help watching after everyone tonight if you're not doing anything. Wow, this lady is really going for the gold.
Nice.
Ha! It'll actually be nice to have a nice night to myself and River, but thanks for the invite. Ellipses. Martha, you might want to grab your child. She's stuffing pizza into a coin slot. Martha angrily turns her attention towards her daughter. Tiffany, not another arcade machine. I swear, we have to buy it. Martha storms off towards her kid. She seems nice. Yeah, the team is one big, weird family. Takes all sorts, right? Tiffany, don't eat the tokens. Tiffany's a stellar hitter. I finally think I have time to talk to Craig now. Man, you're a busy guy, huh? Only on days like today. I hope. Dad! Hey, girls! Dad, can you help us beat our record on DDR? We told Ariana's dad that you could destroy him on the dance mat. Please help.
I don't know.
Girls, you know I don't have my dukes anymore. But Dad! Craig looks at me like a hurt puppy. That sounds like we have to dance. Sorry, dudes. Duty calls. I promise we'll catch up in a bit. This is too realistic. This is too realistic with what it's like to try and hang out with people with kids. It's all good, buddy. Craig runs off with his daughters, and I'm left alone with mine. Man, I was really hoping to hang out with Craig more today, but it seems like he's getting dragged in every direction. It definitely wasn't like this in college. I feel like we might be a third wheel here. There's worse places than an arcade to be left to your own devices. You're right. Want to drop some coins on pinball? No, I don't. Please, no, not pinball. You know it. Amanda and I pull up to a machine that's feeling pretty hot and get to work. I'm a little rusty, but the pinball wizard within me will never die. My pinball wizard never lived. I pull out a decent score and then challenge Amanda to top mine. And immediately she gets multi-ball. Looks like she takes after her father. You're pretty good. Don't patronize me. Hey, just trying to pay a compliment. Amanda shushes me. She's in her zen zone. She fights valiantly, racking up points by the millions. She's this close to beating my score, but I feel honored just being able to watch. You're friends with Craig, right? Janet from earlier walks up and leans on the pinball machine. Yeah, we went to college together. Please don't lean on my thing. Huh? That's so interesting. So, do you know if he's, like, available? Oh, I honestly don't know if I could say. Seriously, you're gonna make it tilt? Because it seems like so much work to watch after his kids. Don't you think it would be great if he... Lady, I swear to God. All of a sudden, a buzzer sounds and the game is over. Janet made the pinball machine tilt. Ellipses. Amanda turns and attacks him. You stone harpy. What? I said I have to go over there now and put pizza in my mouth so I don't say anything that'll hurt your feelings. Amanda. Bro. What's going on? Now's our chance. If we don't get out of here now, we're stuck for the rest of the night. I wrangle Amanda and say some quick goodbyes with Craig. We head out of the pizza place, finally. Amanda promises that she'll keep the couch warm for me and heads home. Hope you don't mind me bringing you back here, bro. Not at all, dude. It's good to finally get you all to myself for a second. River burps. Well, almost all to myself. Hold up. Craig walks over to the trunk of his car and pulls out 2 gloves and a softball. Up for some catch? This might be less catch and more you throwing the ball and me running after it, but sure. We stand in the... Heather. We stand in the middle of the empty baseball diamond and start tossing the ball back and forth. I have a cooler in my car that we could grab, but there's only juice boxes in there. Man, fatherhood is strange. You're telling me. I can't believe I'm looking back on my keg stand Craig days and reminiscing about it. Those were some good times. I don't know anyone else who could pull off the rare horizontal keg stand. It was a feat of discipline, bro. Trust me. I haven't properly hung out with Craig in so long. I don't even know where to begin. I want to ask him about all the things. So, tell me about your kids. I can't believe you're a father of 3. Neither can I, you know. I'm an indecisive person. You switched your major 4 times. Yeah, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. But raising kids, when Blair and Hazel were born, it all finally made sense. It was like all the time I had spent trying to figure things out led to them. I couldn't be happier about it. I don't think I've ever cared about anything as much as I care about them. I had the exact same feeling when Amanda was born. It was the best thing to ever happen to me. It could be the only thing that ever happened to me, and I would still be proud of the life I lived. Guys, stop. Whew. Ask about the business. Tell me about the business. Tell me about your illegal import-export business. So you run a business now? Yep, we sell fitness gear. Imports and exports mostly. I told you. Imports and exports. It's not above board. He's in the mafia. But we're coming up with our own line of athleisure. I can't even say that word. Athleisure wear soon. I nod. I mostly use my sweatpants for watching TV and not, sweating. Sounds like he'd make a killing. If you ever need athletic gear, I've got your back. You could sponsor me. I'll rep your athleisure wear brand while I mow my lawn. That is the glamorous lifestyle we're catering to, yes. Ask about coaching softball. So is softball coach the life you wanted, or was it the life that was thrust upon you? Ha! I'll admit that I was hesitant at first. Briar and Hazel had so much energy that we just had to get them into sports, but no one was there to run the team. The more I did it, the more I saw how much it meant to all the girls. I'm worried there'd be a riot if I quit. I would also be afraid of a bunch of tiny children with metal bats. They're quick, and they work as a team. I've trained them too well. They take you down like a pack of velociraptors on a T-Rex. Ellipses. Exactly. It's nice out here. Quiet. Must be good to get away from the softball moms for a bit, huh? Christ. Janet. Yeah, that was a lot. Are they always like that? Actually, this wasn't nearly as bad. Yikes. I'm just so not interested. Well, what are you interested in? Heather, is that a Rocky Horror Picture Show reference? Because if so, I'm very happy right now. Damn it, Janet. Peace and quiet. That hot silence. Ethan. That hot silence. Are you guys ready for the hot silence? Also, has anybody else been getting all those ASMR ads with Henry from the Korean band? It's too much. My ultimate sexual fantasy is sleeping in on a Saturday. Yep, that's a real parent fantasy for sure. But more seriously, I just can't get back into dating right now. I couldn't even if I wanted to. There's no time. I feel so uncomfortable trying to introduce a stranger into my girls' lives. They've already been through so much. I can't put them through that. Buddy, I hear you. So, the moms can hit on me all they want, but the girls are my top priority. You're doing a great job. Hit softballs. Don't get hit on by moms. You're doing a great job. Those kids love you. And to add to that, the whole team loves you. I think you got this dad thing down right. Thanks, bro. That means a lot coming from you. While I'm distracted, I missed the softball and it was all a dream. Hits me right on the head. Wow. That hurts. Come on, Craig, you're skeezing me out. Why haven't we had a mini game? I'm afraid. This can't be a seamless mini gameless date. Amanda was right all along. Sorry, dude. Craig runs over to me. Are you okay? Why was that the noise he made when he ran over? Why does everybody in this game make obscene sex noises? Nobody's got anything on Joseph's, though. Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, let me do the dad thing for a second. Craig spends a moment examining my head. It's worse than I thought. Don't tell me. You have to kiss it to make it better. The game wants this. This is a very natural evolution of things. The baby is so bored. I love it. You would be so lucky. That was what I planned. I mean, kissing is for the weak. That was what I planned. Let's flirt it up. Flirting so hard. That was what I planned. You probably don't teach them more advanced techniques to the little leagues, but Babe Ruth used to catch balls with his teeth all the time. I still got it. Ha! Maybe they'll learn in high school. I get up and dust myself off. River yawns. Hey, little buddy. You must be getting tired, huh?
Nice.
I hate to say it, but I should probably head out. Sorry things are so... You get older and life just kind of gets in the way, huh? We start walking back to the parking lot. Hey, remember that one house party we went to that got broken up by a helicopter?
Hey.
How could I forget? You and me hopped over a concrete wall to get away. But the other side of the fence was a parking lot where a bunch of cops were parked. Oh man, yeah. Could you imagine the look on our faces? We just walked straight past them like we were out for a stroll. And not knowing that we were at the party, they started joking with us about how big of a bust it was. We had to talk with them for 30 minutes. You told them you were interested in joining the academy. And then they started giving me pointers for the exam. Longest 30 minutes of my life. Man, college. Good old days, right? We get back to our cars. Craig pulls me into a hug. Or at least as much as we can manage with a baby between us. Never enough time, huh? Guess not. Let me make it up to you. Let's hang out soon, yeah? I'd like that. We did not do well. We did not do well. I yawn as I walk through the door, spotting Amanda hunched over her collage, glue stick in hand. Burning the midnight art oil? Figured I might do something productive between episodes of Shark Hunter lip sync battles. Do the sharks lip sync or do the shark hunters lip sync? Yes. I look over her shoulder at the collage. Amanda, this is some good art. Look at this good art you made. Thanks. I'm just about done. Like before, it's still a lot of dogs. In one corner is a giant pile of cash. In the other, it's... Amanda, is that me? Yup. The whole thing is about my goals for the future. And those are basically just to sit on a giant pile of money with my 20 dogs and also have a strong and mutually supportive relationship with my father into adulthood. Oh, now you've done it. Get ready to watch your dad cry. Here it comes. It's happening. Oh, Dad, you did this with your good art. She pats me on the back. Hey, how was your hang with Craig? I wipe a tear from my eye. It was good. That Craig guy sure is busy. Yeah, dude, the softball life isn't for quitters. Also, I'm very proud of you for facing your fears today. How does it feel? I'm on top of the world. Pops, I should start facing my fears more often. Oh yeah? How about tomorrow we hit some empty parking lots and practice, dare I say it, Parallel parking. Baby steps, Dad. I'll work my way up to it. All right, I'm gonna hit the hay. Take care of late night television for me, all right? I'll let them know you say hey. do 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 do. A. It's pretty good. Almost an S. I think if we'd picked a different answer for blocking thirsty Janet, we could have done better, but that's okay. It's okay. I kind of like playing through all of the options the first time and just seeing how I do naturally and getting whatever good or bad ending I get, and then going back and completing both good and bad endings depending on what I didn't get. Does anybody else play games like that? Like they just want to see every single ending? Or do you guys play like you're super attached to one specific ending and then when you get that, you're done? I need to know. I feel like I don't game like other people. Men, gotta look at the dads. I just realized also that Robert doesn't have a voice. Like, Craig has my really atrocious, almost jock voice, which I can't do all the time. Robert. What would be a good, like, Robert needs a voice. He doesn't have a voice. Hey guys, that's so bad. Oh, he needs a bad boy voice. I don't know what bad boys sound like. Hey, that's Matt's voice. He's like, it should be rough or like, what are you on about? Yeah, it'll be a rusty gravel. There we go. Heavy. That's right, Heather. Heavy smoker. Heavy smoker. He's hot but not interesting. That's harsh, Luna. That's harsh. Oh, Craig X Robert. I've been reading so much Robert X Joseph fics. I actually read a great one this morning. I'm all up in this fandom, guys. I'm all up on this fandom. What, like Keanu Reeves? Whoa. Hey, whoa, I couldn't breathe that much. It's gonna be a really husky voice, like he smoked so many cigarettes. So it's so cracky. No, I can't do that the entire time. What do you think? Dangerous, like a Batman voice. Okay, it's happening. Whew. So who should we do next? I'm actually the least interested in Hugo, and I feel kind of bad about it, so I feel like maybe, should we just do Hugo? I feel bad because I'm kind of like, let's just get him out of the way. That's so mean. I'm sure he's perfectly nice. Off-brand Batman. If I do Joseph, at least I have a voice for Joseph. Joseph's married and all of that stuff, but at least he has a voice. I know, Robert, after all the effort I put into his Batman voice, it's happening. Robert. The thing with Robert, though, is that his profile kind of reads like some of the stuff. It's like stuff my dad would be into. And that's just... it's too late, it's happening. Oh. Okay. Robert. Robert was pretty nice. A little odd, but nice. Is that what you say about all the men who just hit on you when you first meet them? Like, hey, we doing this? He seemed nice. And ruggedly handsome. We should hang out. I type out a message to him on Dad Book. Hey, Robert, good seeing you again at the cookout. Want to grab a drink? I sit there for a couple of seconds, hoping he'll message me back. Ellipses. Hey, it says that he read my message. I anxiously wait for... Oh, he's one of those. He's one of those. I anxiously wait for a response. Sweet Intercherry, I did not. Twiddle my thumbs. I'm gonna watch cat videos. Cat videos all day. I know, Joey. Can I buy Dad a drink? I start down a rabbit hole of cat videos, and Robert quickly vanishes from my mind. As he should, for when cat videos are on the horizon, is there truly anything more important? I didn't realize how long I've been doing this, but by the time I watch maybe my 30th cat video, Robert pops back into my head. I jump back over to Dad Book to see if he's responded yet. Nothing. Well, I guess the guy's busy. Busy being a lone wolf? I might as well make the best of my day. I get up, walk to the living room, then sit down and turn on my TV. History Food Channel. Not even a choice. Ooh, Meat Hell is on. You have 10 minutes to cook a 5-course meal that must include these ingredients: steak, lemon meringue pie, paper clips, and a hammer. If you are unable to finish cooking, or if any of these ingredients are absent from the dish, we will release you to the wolves. Oh my god. I'm not kidding. Please help us. I lose several hours to whatever the hell that was. Sighing, I get up and walk around the house. My stomach grumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, I guess it's time for old Chef Sommerfeld to cook a gourmet delicacy. I walk over to the refrigerator and open the door. Make a sandwich. I make a sandwich in its entirety while standing there. Who needs plates? Who indeed? I'm all into the Great British Menu if we're talking about like random cooking shows that we're into. The Standwich, a lost art. I admire my work for a second before I clumsily drop the entire thing on the floor. No! I look around and remember that Amanda's not home. This is still good. 5-second rule, right? I reassemble my sandwich, peeling the pickles off the floor and putting them back where they belong. In my mouth. Wait, I'm a wreck. I finish my snack and walk around the house some more, bored. When's Amanda coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. When we were packing up the old house, we found an old basketball hoop that would hang off of a door. It would really bring the living room together. I wonder where I put that. I spend a couple of minutes poking around the new place until I find it. After installing it above one of the doors in the living room, I'm ready to dunk. Come on and slam. Welcome to the jam. I take a leap from the free throw line and rocket that sucker down the net. The crowd goes wild. I know, Shizuko, I'm questioning that as well. And welcome, see, I am Ethan. I already made the Space Jam joke, Ethan. You late. And welcome to the jam. I pull up from the 3-point line, breaking ankles and sinking a fadeaway. And I forgot the rest of the words to this song. No look behind the back hook shot. Everyone's on their feet. Basketball. Something, something, Space Jam. We got a real jam going down. Now it's in my head. Thank you, Ethan. I managed to just barely defeat myself at horse before Amanda comes home. Then we cook dinner together. We're proud of ourselves for not even coming close to burning down the house. Afterward, Amanda and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped Toddler Tournament. What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato with a brown sugar demi-glaze with creme fraiche, of course. This is literally a jar of baby food. The toddler immediately bursts into tears. Are we bad people for watching this? Yes. Just then my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. Ethan is a gold digger. Amanda and I walk over to the computer and check Dad Book. It's a message from Robert. Oh, my Batman voice is happening. Why do we fall down? Okay. You up? What are you doing? What does that mean? What are you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. I'm just chilling. I'm watching television with my daughter, just working on my motorcycle. No, don't front. You don't have to front, Ethan. I'm just chilling. Just chilling. I type back just chilling. Amanda deletes the G and hits send. Just chilling. It'll make you look cooler. A couple moments pass by. Another message pops up. It's just a dick pic. Can you imagine? Wanna grab a drink? Oh, it's getting better. The voice is getting better. Hey, that means he wants to hang out. I know what that means, Amanda. But it's kind of late. Come on, Pops, live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life, but I think you'd have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? No, Amanda, you're trying to make me know the neighbors better. You. It's you. I want to sit at home with a tub of ice cream. I am Ethan. Ugh, fine. I type back a message to Robert asking him for details, and he tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. I never do. I throw on a nice jacket and run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going?
Hey, buddy. I can't. Oh, God.
Ahoy there, Skipper. Robert and Mary are here.
I brought Mary along. Figured we needed a drinking buddy.
Oh man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me. Ugh. Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having?
Beer, something tropical, whiskey straight up. Heather, I can't with the voice either. I feel like when Christian Bale was voicing Howl in Howl's Moving Castle.
I don't want to live in a world where I can't be beautiful.
Oh, that's me. Have some beer.
While admirable, I disagree.
I probably would have got hearts for whiskey. I didn't save before I came on this date. I'm laughing too much for this voice. Oh, jeez. Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be going. Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I gotten myself into? We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, it was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this. Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on.
Let's get marching.
What?
The night's young, Chief.
I can't.
Come on, we're bar hopping.
Oh, alright. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So, where are we headed?
Irish Hour Drinking. It's an Irish pub.
A good pun is the whiskey to my heart. Puns are the lowest form of humor, Ethan. Try harder. Ouch. Am I going to be the butt of the joke all night?
Jesus, Mary. Put your fangs away for a second.
We walk into Irish Hour Drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's, except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall.
Next round. What are you having?
Whiskey hasn't failed me yet.
Let's do it.
It's that kind of evening. We're here. It's happening. You know, it'll be less awkward if it just happens. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey, and we post up in a garish green booth. Mary slides in and slides up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief.
Let's sip this one. Why don't we?
Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly. That'll put hair on your chest.
You are truly the paragon of grace and beauty.
I can't. I always... We have to do 3 dates like this. I actually also want Mary's sweater, Wendy. I like sweaters like that. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey! Ethan, be a dear and get us another round, will ya? I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen the guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks. So Edith's kid snuck some pot brownies onto a table at the last bake sale, right? And I spot that little hemp sweatshirt gremlin in the act. So I go up to Edith with the baggie, and I'm about to tell her when all of a sudden she just freaks out on me. You're ruining the bake sale, she says. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are bad. And blah, blah, blah.
So what did you do?
I told her to have a brownie and that everything was going to be fine. They both erupt in laughter. I politely follow along with the story. She ate 3. More laughter. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. She called the cops and told them that time had stopped. Mary looks directly at me. Do you smoke weed? What? Smoke weed every day. You know, the devil's lettuce. I have 2 big fat blunts in my purse right now. Want blaze? This date. What is this date? What is this date? What? No, I'm a law-abiding citizen. You with the feds? What is this? What? No, but because honestly, that is just my reaction. Like, what is happening on this outing? What is this? With the feds, light it up. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Are you with the feds? I'm so playful. Like, this date isn't the weirdest thing ever. I worked hard for that. I have a no 2-bit corner boy who's going to drop the dime on me. That didn't even make any sense. I'm so flustered. Oh, I gotta save. Is there actually gonna be a mini game on like Craig? Keg stand Craig? I know I am looking at Robert's face. It's so good. So you take what you're pushing somewhere else, and I'll keep running my business the way I want and run. What? Remember, you come at the king, you best not miss. Jesus, kid, dial it back. Robert giggles helplessly. Oh, he's secretly lame. That's adorable. I'm just kidding, cowboy.
Lay off the kid, Mary. He might not be used to your brand of humor.
Fine, fine. We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching and cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just wanted some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. Isn't Joseph wondering where you are? That's mean. That's a little too shady. Like, they're clearly having issues. That's real shady. Lots of eligible Can you not slut shame her? Let's pick the non-slut shamey option, please. Could you get the next round? I know, Artemis Wolf. Could you get the next round, please? Not slut shaming, not judging. We don't know. You trying to ditch me, pal? No. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you can just tell me to scram. No, it's fine. Ethan wants alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey. Now, if you fellows will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy.
Go with God.
I know it is Batman going through puberty. I kind of like it, though. Nice seeing you. Deuces, nerds, as I whack my wedding ring against it because this isn't sacred. My wedding ring's trying to get out. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger-looking guy at the bar.
She grows on you.
Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer.
Well, she does.
But what about her and Joseph?
What about him?
It's making me laugh too much. You know, they're married, and she definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and, well, so did he, Ethan. Like, this is just a very awkward outing for you. I gestured to her across the bar where she's making goo-goo eyes at that young guy from before. He looks like he's being held hostage.
Oh, that's just a thing she does. She's harmless.
Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh.
Oh man, you know I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types.
Oh, don't worry. I got pretty wild back in my day.
Still got a little wild in you?
You know it. There's so much wild in me. I have a child I need to care for. That's my answer. I have a child, you cad. I don't know why, but I feel like that we just need to get old English and like slap him with a glove and challenge him to a duel. Pew. You know it. There's so much wild in me. There's so much wild in me. I got so wild. I've got a whole safari in here. Just really wild all the time. Uh-huh. Oh, he didn't like that. Whatever. Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I gulp. What am I getting himself into?
Think you can go shot for shot?
I know I can't go shot for shot. There's only one way I look cool here, and that is to politely leave like an adult, but that's not what's going to happen. I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes his shot and knocks it back.
That's one.
So, what do I even talk about? He's so cool. Is he cool though? Is he though? He just seems kind of curmudgeonly. And he probably hates small talk. So far, this is my least favorite date. And we didn't even get to talk to Craig. So, how are things?
I hate small talk.
Okay.
Too many people. And this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think that they have to fill the dead air with noise.
I can do it. I can do this.
Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence, or they're afraid of what the other person is going to think of the silence. If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong with two people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey.
Oh, all right. Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar. Patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer. Mary giving the hard sell to that young man. The young man pretending to get a phone call from one of his friends. Huh, maybe silence is nice sometimes.
So, you ever kill a man?
You ever kill a man? Hey kid, want to see a dead body? I choke on my drink. Excuse me? Let me check that. Okay, it should be good. I don't even know what to say to all this. I'm enjoying this too much. Oh my gosh, this is the worst stream ever.
You know, watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, you know. It's their hopes and dreams draining away. Every memory and experience they've ever had. Gone.
No.
Great. Me neither.
What is this date? Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate.
I'm just messing with you. Relax.
I laugh nervously.
Or am I?
I laugh nervously. Again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the other one excused himself to the bathroom, and I assume crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. Luna, is it the voice I'm doing? Is the voice giving you good Robert vibes? Angsty teenage Batman? Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard.
You betcha.
Robert gets up out of the booth, shouldering his jacket.
Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey inside voices. Let's roll.
Wait, what about Mary?
Brother, Mary's gonna be just fine.
I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists that it's not his birthday. We make our way out of the bar and back onto the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this. Notice me tripping over my feet like this is the first time I've ever been drunk. Where to?
You'll see.
I follow Robert through the street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at a rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally, a liquor store. Artemis. I know. God, I'll get out of my room.
Wait here. I'll be right back.
After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me.
Cheers.
He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. I know, I think that the sex shop is like a subliminal message to us. Like, hey, there's a drink, and we bust down the window with this whiskey and steal some stuff. I take a sip. White Zinfandel? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting.
It is delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't judge me.
Kitty cat, I know. This date. Ugh. I start to say something. Think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier and stop. I sip my wine and watch cars drive by. I'm really frightened for him. He has had beer, then whiskey, then wine. This is just going to be atrocious for Ethan. Ethan, make better life choices.
Let's throw rocks at shit.
What? Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot.
That felt good.
He presses a stone to my free hand.
Now you try.
I don't know. Apathetic aesthetic, I know.
With feeling.
I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock, back at the stop sign. I know it has to be done. You have to put the rock down and go home. I got a problem with authority. I'm sorry. This one's for you, Pappy. Jason Todd vibes? I know. I don't love a bad boy, Betty. I don't even know what the right answer is anymore. I have no idea. I don't even know. I was a good girl and didn't cheat. Oh, I can't say it was good girl in the context of this game. Jeez. Why are people singing hooks on a feeling? I'm so sorry. I got a problem with authority. This one's for you, Pappy. I don't know. Are you guys telling me to do this one's for you, Pappy? I will listen to you. Thank you. I have unresolved resentment towards my father. I'm gonna express it through property damage. I hurl the rock at the sign. Why do I even want this date to go well at this point? It sails over the stop sign right into the window of a parked car, leaving a crack.
Dude, run.
I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, wine in hand. I can hear Robert's footsteps behind me. So is he just Jason Todd in our headcanons now? He's old, grizzled Jason Todd. This is what has happened to him after he was resurrected. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I am no longer culpable for this heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath.
Maybe we strike rock throwing from the to-do list.
Agreed. Suddenly my stomach growls. Oh man, I'm starving.
Let's get pizza.
Are we going to Thirsties? I can't argue with that. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes.
I know just the place.
I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Piece of Pizza.
Ta-da!
I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order.
Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh wait, Ethan, you're cool with pineapple on your pizza, right?
Plus 20 points for Robert. Oh, the date turned around. He likes pineapple on pizza. Of course. We wait a minute for our pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate, so saturated with grease that I'm worried it will fall apart. We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. Oh. No, pineapple on pizza. We can be soulmates now. We can forgive all of the other stuff because pineapple on pizza. Even my husband doesn't like pineapple on pizza, and I order it and he picks it off, and it's sadness. But that's more pineapple for me. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. Yeah, it is. Woot woot. I understand why people don't like it though. I get the contrast of like sweet and, savory doesn't work for everybody. Like for me, it's just I really like it.
You said it.
Man, I feel way better now.
You and me both.
We hear noise coming out of a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly.
Got any more of that wild in you?
You betcha. I'm so tired, but I love my daughter and I should go home to make sure that she's all right. Like, we're just this far in right now. You betcha. Whatever. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Good on ya.
I do have a child kitty cat, but it's gone too far off the reins. They'll find my body in the morning. She'll inherit everything, and she'll be able to afford to go to school. It's taken a dark turn. Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh. Don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Oh, if it wasn't so creepy, it'd almost be romantic. Did we really just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers?
No talking during the movie.
We look into the audience and are surprised to find that it's almost completely empty, save for a row of a few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of this movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman that he's finally realized he's in love with.
Kiss already.
Hey, he's getting better. I don't mind being at the movies with people who yell stuff at the screen. There's nobody to kiss yet. You want to kiss the taxi driver?
Hell yeah.
The kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey man, keep it down. It's Ernest.
Hey man, keep it down.
Oh damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. Ernest! Hey Ernest! I know you! It's me, your neighbor. Hi! Ethan turns back around, embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. You kiss anyone yet? It turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to a tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who, for some reason, he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had, but I think there was some subtext I'm missing there.
Boo! Love is dead.
Shut up, it's beautiful!
No, you shut up!
Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back down.
Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen, and you're gonna sit here and appreciate them.
Okay.
Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders, catering, fed a bunch of people so that they could have the energy to do their jobs. What a guy.
We let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over and he makes sure no animals were harmed in the making of this film, we leave the movie theater. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine. Hey, buttholes. Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me in the knee. This date. My knee. What the hell? He took a rock to the knee, everybody. Ernest and his friend stand in the alleyway blocking our exit. Ernest is a little hoodlum. Don't throw rocks at drunk people in the movie theater.
Oh, what do you guys want?
Why'd you go and throw a rock at my knee? This is my good knee. My orthopedist is going to be pissed. Ernest tosses another rock up and down his hands. What's wrong with this kid?
You ruined my theater-going experience. Now you have to pay.
I love how he sounds less prepubescent than my Robert voice. It's all gone horribly wrong. Oh, well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and, like, movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch before physical activity. I'm probably going to feel super sore in the morning. What is this? This kid is dangerous.
We ruined it for you. That movie was pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back. That was a beautiful love story with real, genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classicist mainstream slop have you been served your entire life?
What?
Have you ever seen any Michelle Powell? Oh my god. A Matter of Life and Death, 1946. Easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness.
Listen, man.
No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You of all people should strive for a higher standard in the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes.
Oh no, now you've done it. Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. Ah! I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward, kicking me as hard as he can in the knee. Bleep, my knee! Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. Oh, bleep, my bleeping knee hurts. Bleep it a bleep, bleep, bleep.
Alright, buddy. Talk like punk, get hit like punk.
Robert squares up into a boxer's stance.
Queensberry rules. 3-minute rounds with 1-minute rests in between. No low blows, fish hooks, J-grabs, or high blows.
What?
And don't even think about pulling an illegal turnstile. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points. You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fulfill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity to handle it.
Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked.
It's too late. You two are blood-bound. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensberry.
We're just gonna go. No, you are going to stay and get charged, young man. That was assault. That was assault. Ernest and his friends warily back away. Robert calls after them.
The Queensberry Association will hear about this and consume better content.
Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid?
Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable. You throw the rules at them, though. They always bold. Nobody wants a Queensberry sanctioned throwdown. But full disclosure, I made half of that up.
Wow.
See, you don't even have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here.
Robert and I cool down a bit as we walk back to the neighborhood, or as I limp through the neighborhood on my broken knee that got kicked and had a rock thrown at it. How can I date Hugo now? I guess in the canon, have you gone on all these dates? Because I would not, how am I supposed to be like, oh, Hugo, what a lovely date. Your son kicked me and threw a rock at me.
I'm so sorry. I get really into the art of filmmaking when I drink.
It's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself.
Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever seen any Sam Fuller?
I haven't.
Fuller is cash.
Thanks for defending my honor. Thanks for dinner and a movie. Thanks for the adventure. I don't even know. Thanks for nothing? Can that be an option? This date was so many things. Narratively interesting, but in no way would this make me be like, yes, final goal. Not for me, at least. It is interesting, though. I can show you the world. I can show you the world. Thanks for defending my honor.
It's a little strange when you say it that way, but sure, why not?
I actually wasn't trying for eggplants there, but Robert throws an arm around my shoulder and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. We finally get to his doorstep. This was an interesting night.
I liked it.
A smile forms on his cheeks, a rare sight.
Let's hang out again soon, yeah?
Yeah. I linger there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder.
Night, bud.
Robert heads back inside and I stumble my way back home. How did we do? How did we do? How is that? I don't think we're gonna get an A. Oh, we got an A! Hey! We got an A. Not bad. We're getting A's across the board so far. Not even cheating. Only asked you guys for one answer, and it's been good. We got an S with Damien though, so clearly Damien is our soulmate. I don't even know what that date was. I don't even know. Well, I think we have time for another dad to date. I definitely need to do one whose voice is not so hard. Oh my gosh, my throat hurts. Who next? I feel like I should knock off one of the ones that I'm not that interested in. Well, I'm really interested in Joseph Joey, so I'm kind of saving him. Should we go from that to Hugo? Just be like, oh, hi, your son is awful. And let's knock Hugo out of the way. Hugo also doesn't have a voice, but you know what? It doesn't even matter because, ow. Hugo for now, so we can tell him about his terrible son. Joseph later. We will do Joseph. I need to hear that noise again. We save because that's how we do. This is how we do. Chilling out, sneaking into movie theaters, getting way too drunk. I navigate to Hugo's dad book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. Callista, so many things have happened. Callista, so much. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm gonna be honest with you here, it's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for, and they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you? Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. I think that's all school. Can that just be like description for every single bunch of school? Everyone sucks, no self-awareness, it's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40 plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day, top 40s pop. Still, again, this is just my regular life still as an adult. Middle school, I know, they're gonna throw rocks at me, I'm scared. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. I actually feel like I can't talk in my normal range anymore. You know that Michael Doran, after he played Worf, his voice was permanently deepened because he talked in a lower register? That's gonna happen to me after this game with Robert. What was your middle school experience like? I thought it was fine. There was nothing really out of the ordinary for me. I had friends who... Oh, no, they all wronged me in some way, shape, or form. They were terrible to me. And wait, I was terrible to them too. It's all rushing back to me. Middle school was awful. I had repressed it for so long. Dad, did we just have a breakthrough? I think we did. See? Middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, Is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right. Let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda and I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What, are you worried that a whale is going to pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put that fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of the ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been a debacle all morning. We're shorthanded and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Yes, I'm putting my hair up. It's too hot. I'm gonna have a bun just like Ethan. Oh. Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Oh. Can you guys put your phones away? All of the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. At least they're quiet? Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. Calista, that's a good joke. I like it. There's no way they're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. Autosave. The classes start filling into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work, so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. I don't want to think about that. That's depressing and sad. It's dying. I don't want to think about that at all. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? Everything has to do with books, Ethan. We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. Yes. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. Oh, I know. Yeah, the trip where you have to do the work. That was the physics trip where they took us to Canada's Wonderland, or whatever it is now called. And they were like, yeah, you're totally going to learn about physics. Get on these rides. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? Whoa. Their spines are venomous, too. Nature is hardcore. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. Hey. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Cool. Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the... Why you gotta front like this? Why does he have to front? Ethan, just be you. Just be yourself. That's the American longfin. Yeah. Did you know that? Paranormal fish trivia. Psychiatric fish trivia. Political fish trivia. I'm in too deep. Psychiatric fish trivia. This is the only species of fish known to develop clinical depression. Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here.
Yes.
Ha, good one. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Well, I like that he has a sense of humor. That's nice. He seems nice. There's nothing wrong with Hugo. I feel bad for not being more interested. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. Oh, my lisp was just there. Hormonal. Hormonal. Put a pencil between your lips. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. See, but there's nothing wrong with that apathetic aesthetics. That's the thing. I feel like so hypocritical. It's like my critique of one of my critiques about Pocahontas. That's that she's all like, "Oh, he's so serious." Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being stable. Wow. He's the guy you date in your 30s, not your 20s. How old is Ethan? I don't even know how old Ethan is. I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. Oh, wow. Like the thirst, Ethan. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? It's not, though. It's good. Stable is good. Like, you mean, especially if you're trying to actually build something. He's the professor you're sleeping with to get a better grade. We can learn a great deal from the Mother Ocean. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. That's a very astute point, Ethan. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. Yeah, I knew he wasn't gonna go for, "Oh, you're so beautiful," or like, "Are those sharks kissing?" We eventually make our way to the touch tank room. But he does have an 18-year-old, but that doesn't mean anything. It could have been young. Could have been an oopsie. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeves and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Ethan? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands, if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed, the horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Anemones. Anemone. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Can that be a description somewhere of like a jacket? It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Yeah, he knows. He knows what's up. He knows what's up, and he's covering his bases and getting a cheap date out of it. Hugo knows how to play. Look at that bow tie. Man with a bow tie like that knows how to play. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Okay. Sorry, I just get a little carried away Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious. Why's that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan? Susan, get back here! Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Wanna tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Wanna tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. We don't have time for games here. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I'm not afraid to hit a child. We don't have time for games here. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank. Now. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. And banned. Banned. I was part of the bad class in my middle school, and we were banned. We were the class that went on trips, and then the entire school was banned and couldn't go back every single time. We were known as the Demon French Immersion class. By the end of it, we weren't allowed to go on trips anymore. We couldn't go anywhere. It was awful. And it was only like 5 people, and they ruined everything. It was so upsetting. And then we couldn't go on any trips. And then even in high school, because it was the same group, because the high school was just a block away, still got that rep. Real sad. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surround us. Yeah, he was joking. It's not like he was like, I know everything about fish. It was like, I'm joshing you and pretending I know stuff about fish. Yes. Look over here. Hugo points to some Oh, is that a typo? It is a typo. We found a typo. Hugo points to some seahorses. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones. Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. That's horrifying. Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All however many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo. It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible wherever I can. I like that. I do like that. Always learning, always living, always growing. Please. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. Truth. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Aw, I like you so much now. That's really sweet. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Truth. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Did we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad. Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god. There's a student in the penguin enclosure. Oh my god. Banned. Banned. Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. She's about to get pecked. It's gonna be an incident. They're gonna be on the news. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time, or was she a ninja and used a credit card and jimmied it open? I'm saving. I'm on it. Ugh. Mentally prepare for a minigame? I'll never be prepared. I was not born ready. Ugh, let me get my keyboard. All up in the thing. I'm trying to be ready. Shoot the penguin. Whoa, it got dark real fast. We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs towards the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody. I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and I'm greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst, hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Hi. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm gonna save again. I don't want to have to go back through all this text and fast forward. I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. You gotta teach your kids how to do activism right. I'm sweating. Yes, I'm wiping my forehead because I'm sweating so much in preparation for this minigame. I'm so ready. Where are they even going to go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. He's losing them. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law. Try to relate to her. Bribe her. Can I relate to a child this obnoxious? I don't know. Lay down the law. No, that won't work.
Yeah, get out of here.
No, respect my authority. Bribe her. Can I bribe her out? I don't know. She seems to believe she's passionate and in the right. Trying to relate to her, I guess. I don't know. I'll buy you a penguin. I'll try to relate. I think back to a time I released all the feeder mice from the pet store. It was a disaster. I was 6, but it was a disaster. Molly, you know life can be cruel. Money. Give me money. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pockets to pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some chains. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We moved to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realized there was a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block the birds. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. We're gonna block these birds. With what? With what? Oh, like that? Okay. Get out of here. Shoo. 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 Shoo squeaky toys. Who you birds think you are? Shoot. No! A penguin escaped? Bribe the teen! Penguins! How many penguins did we lose? 2. We lost 2 penguins. Oh yeah. Still got an S. Those 2 penguins will be fine. Whew. Glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech. Poor guy. Did not have enough penguin ammo for that. And that's why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world. Oh, he just turned it into like an essay about his feelings. Good save. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts? No, Molly. It wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8. Whoa. What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose that they can compare animal thief notes. You're not off the hook, Molly. Ethan, did you just bribe a child? I bribed a child. I don't know what she's talking about. You can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. You cannot play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. Listen, man, we've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Ethan, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? Yes? Yes, I do. I love cheese boards. I'm all about cheese boards. There is nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. There are some more things, but I mean, right now I'm hungry, so... Great. Well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around? I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. It was not as much of an adventure as the other day, though. Whoa. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. Aww. We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw. You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? I stole 2. Here they are. Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. Was it? Was it, though? I'm so mean. I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud. He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Yeah, he's not a stick in the mud. I hate when people assume that, like, nerdy smart people are sticks in the mud. It's not like that. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. Oh, that was too much adventure? That was too much adventure? You took a rock to the knee. You mean take a nap. There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. S. Oh, well. Goosebumps. The fates have decided. Really? Okay, so who are S's so far? Our S's have been Hugo and Damien, and we got A's for everybody else so far. We've got 2 more dates to do before we've completed all of the first dates. Brian and Joseph. I don't know. Do I have it in me to do one more date? We can bring excitement into Hugo's life, Heather. Oh. I don't think I have it in me to do more dates. I'm so hungry. I'm always hungry. Why do I never bring food? I need to start bringing food when I do this so I can just take a food break. I don't know how those streamers go for like 12 hours straight. It's just, I need food. Do I have a favorite yet? I don't know. I don't think I formed a favorite. They're each interesting in their own way, and I'm really diving into the fandom because I do want to make some vids on it, so it's really fun and interesting to play it, actually. Oh, do I have it in me? If I have it in me, it's going to have to be Joseph so I can do my Joseph sex voice. Oh. Just looking at the time. S is better than A. I can do one more. Let's do Joseph. Let's do it. Let's finish the evening off with Joseph. We'll come back with Brian and start our round of seconds. Hi, Joseph. I know, I can't with S being better than A either. I remember when I was going to school, S always meant satisfactory. So whenever I see the S, I'm like, oh, it's satisfactory. His family's a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. I should take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait, how do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. Should I be Jesus-y? I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too Jesus-y. A light smattering of Jesus. Will he want me to pray? Is he gonna pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? And it's already really kinky. Will he want me to pray? Talking to Joseph, huh? Gah! Amanda, how many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. But I've never been friends with a priest before. What do I talk about? My favorite Bible passages? Ice cream socials? Khakis? Priests are just people, Ethan. They're just people. First of all, he's a youth minister with a tattoo. Not a priest. There's a difference. Also, I know, Wendy. It's the jacket cardigan thing. It has nothing to do with being a priest. It was the sweater tied around the neck. You're overthinking it, Dad. Listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the barbecue. I'd love to hang out soon if you're not too busy. Isn't that a little too business casual? Fine, fine. Give me the keyboard. I got this. Amanda focuses on the keys. Hi, Joseph. It was great meeting you and your family. I'm still new around here, so if you'd like, I'd love to hang out and get to know you. See ya. The smiley is a nice touch and proves that he didn't write it. It really does. Almost immediately I receive a response. He was waiting. He's just there lurking. Honey, can you get me food of some kind? It's not a trick. No, it's not a trick. You can even just hand it to me and just like give your hand.
You know what time it is?
I do. I'm just finishing one last date with Joseph.
Are you?
I am. It's the last one, I swear. Can I have a banana? Thank you. What'd he say? Huh, that wasn't so bad. Hi, Ethan. If you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for the church bake sale today, and we'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast, so let me know. Joseph. Thank you. Wow, you went out of your way to not be in the shot there. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I'm more concerned about him signing his name with a tilde. I'm willing to let it slide this time. I respond back. Sounds like fun, Ethan. Well, guess I'm doing this. Save a brownie for me. Promise you won't sneak up on me anymore. Amanda stares at me unblinking. I don't make promises I can't keep. Real to a fault, Pops.
Ugh.
And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. Me? Weird? Never. I make the short walk over to Joseph's place. Don't be weird, Ethan. But what if they hang up a bunch of crosses or collect those little porcelain babies? What if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner? During dinner? Over the porcelain babies? The door begins to creak open, a shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? Ethan? The door opens the rest of the way. It's Joseph's eldest. What's his name? Hey. Hey. It's Christian. His name's Christian. It's Chris. Shit. No. Chris, right. Hi again. I'm Ethan. I remember nothing. I know what your name is. Judgment. Yep. That was appropriate. I deserve that. Oh, I know. No, guys, I know. I don't care. I know. And if we do it right, we can even get Saul. Oh, yeah. We met at the barbecue. How's the, Please don't say it. Jesus. Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's unfortunate. Chris blinks slowly. Maybe he didn't hear that. You're weird. Is your dad? Before I finish, Chris walks into an adjacent room, leaving me in front of the open doorway. Home? This was a great first impression. For a moment, I wonder if I should just go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. Mercifully, Joseph, he peeks his head around the corner. Ethan, you made it. Joseph approaches with his arms wide. Again, Darmok, his arms wide. I'm so glad you could come by. Are you ready to bake? Always. If there's one thing I was born ready for, it was baking. I am not, but I am, thankfully, Ethan. Let me guide you. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confidence I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious room full of nautical knickknacks. This isn't what I imagined at all. It's actually pretty charming. Fulfilled being. Ember, you guys, the jokes are good. I believe you've met Chris, who left you outside. Chris. Are you going to apologize? Oh, right. Sorry. I try to make eye contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. He must be really shy. It's all right. Next time, just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay? Sure. Chris seems to relish the chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanishes into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris likes to keep to himself. I mean, we didn't start off on the best foot in the world. Plus, being the eldest in a family can't be easy. We try to cut him a little slack, where we can. Ah, and here are the twins, Christian, Christy. Say hello to Ethan. Hello, Father. Hello, Ethan. Kids, come on. Dial it back on the creepy twin shtick. Creepy twin shtick? Egg them on. We should get to baking, or I kind of want to egg them on now. Can you two say, come play with us, Danny? Oh no. The twins stare up in unblinking unison. Come play with us, Danny. Joseph covers his mouth and looks away, but he's clearly holding back a big laugh. This is it. This is my Dad World Series. Okay, now say, please help us, Mothra. Please help us, Mothra. No, I can't take it. Joseph is trying his best not to break in front of his kids. The twins seem to be catching on and look eager to bust their dad. But can we keep it up? Go with something creepy or go with something obscure? Obscure. Now say, He who walks behind the rose. The twins tilt their head in confusion. Uh-oh. He walks? He who behind some rose. The room is silent, besides Joseph absolutely losing his mind. That last flub really sealed it. Children of the Corn. Really? Is that not mainstream? I'm off my game. Something fierce today. Great job, guys. We're scary. I was very scared. Joseph can't take it anymore. Despite his quiet protestations, he's laughing pretty hard into his hand, and the kids giggle with him. The twins, obviously pleased with a new arsenal of spooky weapons, leave the room to terrorize the rest of the community. My work here is done. I'm going to be hearing those lines for weeks. Next time we hang out, I'll try to teach them some lines from The Thing. All right, so it looks like we've got a bit of a troublemaker on our hands. You think you can out-trouble a career pro? I don't know about that. I'm suddenly interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? That doesn't sound good. Christy? No one responds. Joseph furrows his brows and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep your kids from finding creative ways to kill themselves, and he's got 4. Talk about worry. I take a seat on his surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. Examine that coffee table. There's a couple of cool knickknacks on the coffee table in front of me. Ow. Hey, a cross. Hey, another cross. This one looks a little different. And a third cross. Unified design aesthetic. Smart choices. There's also a brass thing here. It looks like something a sailor would use to navigate with. I think they're called sextants. Hey, sex. Examine bookshelf. It's a pretty sturdy wooden bookshelf. It looks handmade. Did Joseph build this? There's a big stack of what looks like travel magazines. Hyenas of the Serengeti, the underwater mysteries of the Antarctic, and on and on. Seems like Joseph really loves a good adventure. Unless this is a Mary thing. Who knows? Next to them are a couple of different Bibles. Looks like he's covering all the Bible bases. King James, New American Standard, the Bible for Teens. He's a cool youth minister after all. On a higher shelf, there are a bunch of old romance novels. Judging by the wine stains, these must be Mary's. The newest ones look like Hot Body Johnson Sex Detective? The 8th installment in Wait. This is a series? Examine the floor. Well, you have this many kids and things are bound to end up on the floor, no matter how hard you try to keep it clean. Truth. I spot a terrifying cloth doll that appears to have had both arms pulled off several times. It's been stitched back together a lot. The tag says C+C, of course. I set that down and spot a houseplant. Hey, little guy. Keep being you, tiny houseplant. I spot one last thing on the floor next to the houseplant. It's a silver necklace. Wow, this looks expensive for something casually tossed on the floor. If there's a story here, it's none of my business. It's been a while. I guess I should go in the kitchen and see what's up. I walk into the kitchen to find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seems a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more manageable when they're separated. Where's Christian? He ran off. Christy dips a spoon into the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet. You're too sweet. No, I'm not. You're so sweet, we might have to water you down. With spiders. No, not spiders. Joseph begins tickling Christy with his free hand. Between the laughing and squirming, I don't know how he's got a hold of her, but that girl is locked in place. The man is a professional child wrangler. Christy fixes me with her best puppy dog eyes. Save me from the spiders! Spoon duel the Spider King. Yeah, let's do it. I grab a wooden spoon and point it in Joseph's direction. Unhand her, foul beast. Okay, Ethan the Valiant. Let's see what you've got. You may have defeated me at Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight, or have you merely fallen into my web? I'm no mere fly, Spider King. Now on guard. For a minute or so, Joseph and I mock duel with the two dumbest looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a killing blow in the invisible heart between his arm and his body, and Joseph recoils in horror. Blast. I'm defeated. You could never best me, Spider King, for I have the power of... I sneak a taste from the brownie batter. The magic... Oh man, that is way too sweet. Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit. Hey, wait. Do you want to bake brownies with us? Christy hesitates and shakes her head no again. Sparkle Pony. Sparkle Pony. Joseph looks confused. You don't want to bake with Dad now. You want to play Sparkle Pony. Yes. Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish his sentence, Christy's out the door and down the hall. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply as he stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting. And this is still way too sweet. So what made that crash? Egg beaters on linoleum floor. It's my new techno single. Still haven't thought of a B-side. Now we're both looking into the batter. It's got a sickly sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout, and I have a feeling that Christy had something to do with it. We need a fresh start. Oh, yeah, like I said, I'm not really a baker, but don't even sweat it. The bag came with instructions that have mysteriously vanished, along with my daughter, so we'll probably be fine. Probably.
Nice.
Yeah, probably. He certainly looks confident. All right, Ethan, you've baked a cake from a box before. Once. How hard could it be?
Oh.
Now grab a spoon and get ready to rock. I'm ready to rock. Mario Batali, save me. Joseph and I set to work, cracking the eggs and mixing the things, and then pouring the things according to how we assumed the back of the box would tell us to. Things go according to plan, and soon enough, we have a solid batch of brownies. Whew. Wait. Joseph has a little dot of batter on his nose. Oh, he does he? Wow, Ethan. Way to use those dad skills. I bet you've baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph. All we have to do is bring these to the bake sale, and voila, duty done. Now help me find Christy. Keep your eye out for a pony that sparkles. Joseph, hold still. What? Thumb in position, and got it. Joseph's eyes go wide as I gently wipe the chocolate off his nose. Is he blushing? Oh, thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. It's really good batter. I bet it is. Well, now it's just a scene out of one of those novels that Mary was reading on the shelf, isn't it? We should find Christy. Yes, we should do that, Ethan. Joseph quickly composes himself. All right, she can't be far. You take the delta position, and I'll watch your 6. Do you even know what that means? Alpha Tango Sparkle. Roger, roger. Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and the rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. We'll meet you out by the car.
Oh.
Joseph and Christy and I arrive at the church parking lot to find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale is already in full swing. Wow, this place is packed. Is this packed? There are a few people milling around. Must be a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your finger and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Christy rockets out of the car and into the lot. Is she running on jet fuel? I want to sell brownies. Okay. Let's get set up. I want to see Mom. That's right. Just bring it right down. Bring it right down and remind us what this situation really is. I mean, on top of all the other stuff that it will be later, but like just even what it is now before all that other stuff. Heather, I know. That is so true. Like, the bake sale wouldn't even have happened. The brownies were a ruse. She's down by the other row of tables helping out with another group. Want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Oh, well, that's cold. Yeah, something's definitely up. Like, yeah. Mom! Christy zips off immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast? Yeah, and I can only catch her half the time. These knees aren't what they used to be. Guys, his knees aren't what they used to be. What are you going to do with that, chat? What are you going to do with that? I remember when Amanda was her age, I couldn't get her to sit still for 5 seconds. Yep, great age to deal with. While Christy's gone, Joseph and I arrange all of our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods? Look, if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has strong feelings about snitches. Does he actually? Joseph shrugs. He eats a brownie. It looks like some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts and other sweets. Whoa, someone brought a soft serve ice cream machine. I gesture to it. Yeah, I know, right? Too much time with Robert. I know. I've read the fix. How are we supposed to compete with that? Please, this isn't my first time to the rodeo. The bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here. It's just a bake sale. I think you and I put together can make one pretty convincing argument for these brownies, don't you? He made the noise. I hope I have it loud enough so you can hear the noise, because he just made the noise. The noise is all of the things. Sneak another brownie to ease your fear of public interaction. No, we can do it. It's just like, it's like 5 people. We're good. We high five. If you bake it, they will come. It's not long before we have our first customers. Hey, dude. Hiya. Matt, Carmencita, great to see you guys out here.
Happy to support a good cause. Plus, you know, as the owner and proprietor of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specializes in baked goods, I have to scope out the competition.
Joseph leans close to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes.
So, what recipe did you use for these brownies?
Don't say you used the box recipe. Don't say you used the box recipe. We improvised. We didn't improvise. I just let the baking spirit move through me, you know? A little bit of flour here, a pinch of salt here. It's sort of like interpretive dance, but with cooking. Interpretive cooking. Yes. You can never make the same thing twice. Every batch is special. There will never be another batch of brownies with the exact flavor sensation that these right here have. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Matt.
All right, we'll take 2.
Actually, we'll take 3. I ring them up and high-five Joseph as our happy customers walk away. See? Not so hard. Yeah, I'm hot off the good feelings from the last sale. Who's next? We sell brownies to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. Eventually, another familiar face pops up. Ethan! It's Brian! Close enough. Can we interest you two in any of our fine sweets and treats? You sure can. I bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must resist urge to be competitive. I bet I could eat 11 brownies. Let the man buy his brownies. Don't compete. Stop, Ethan. Why do you have this unhealthy fixation with competing with this man? So, we'll put you down for 10? Ha, better make it just 2. 1 for me, 1 for Daisy. Coming right up. You excited for youth group movie night, Daisy? Yeah, what's the movie? It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me. It's The Fast and the Furious. Really? If you think about it, there's some heavy religious undertones. Joseph hands a baggie to Daisy. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly the superior power of the brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. Our 2 customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. These are selling pretty hot. At this rate, we'll have enough money to pay for a new paint job on the church pews in no time. Guys, we've got to help him paint the church pews. It's like every musical ever. Wait, what happened to the pews? Ernest spray painted his rapper alias onto them. Young Steinbeck. Okay, that's actually kind of good. That's actually kind of good. Ernest, why? I would have gone for Young Man in the Sea, but I can respect that. Speaking in ministerial terms, Ernest is hard to reach. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work. Ernest is a mood. That's right, chat. Ernest is a mood. It is, but it's worth it. Although, sometimes, I wish... Never mind. What? It's kind of silly, but... Do you ever wish you could just drop everything and go lounge around on a beach somewhere in the tropics, drink fruity blended beverages, fall asleep on a hammock, and basically live out a Jimmy Buffett song? Joseph? I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville. One day, my friend. One day, we'll be on island time. We make a couple more sales to some church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in a distance, I spot my old buddy, Craig. Craig! I know Craig! Craig! He's gonna be a hard sell. Craig's a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales to test himself, to see if he has the resolve to refuse processed sugar. Are you sure you're ready for this? We go way back. I got this. Craig jogs up to our table with Briar and Hazel in tow. They're each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's unlikely we're going to sell them on brownies too. Probably won't be able to sell the baby. She's impossible to read. It all comes down to Craig. That's how the chat feels too. It all comes down to Craig. Hey bros! Hi Uncle Joseph! Hi Amanda's dad! Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies? I don't know. You can't diet without dye. Remember that one time? Tempt him. You know, Craig, if you really wanted to, you could hit a couple of these stalls and craft yourself a brownie sundae. Get some soft serve, a brownie from your good friend Ethan. I think there's a table down there that's selling freshly baked cookies, hot out of the oven. Treat yourself. You deserve it. That's a tempting offer, Ethan, but I've got some chia mango pudding at home that I'm actually pretty excited about. I'm gonna have to pass. Actually, that does sound really exciting. Honestly. Suit yourself. The day winds down. We're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back and immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. Boxed mix much? Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else than here. Oh, hi, honey. Yep, they're selling like hotcakes, which is actually, they're just brownies. Cute. And boring. And safe. Just like you. Like, and that's like, that is pretty much just all of like that sentence is just right there. Oh. My goodness. Hey, Mary. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here? I was just hoping to introduce Ethan to the rest of the community. Uh-huh. You get a load of this freak show? What? Weird folk is all. Holier than thou types. Don't you think, Ethan? Mary. Let the kid answer the question. They seem nice. Shove a brownie in your mouth so you can't talk. Well, they seem nice. I mean, like, some of them are people we know. They seem nice. They all seem like they're really excited to help out the church. That's pretty cool. I guess. Mary, can we talk about this later? Oh, am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool. Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear. Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash. Jesus, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. I hand over the cash we've made. It feels like a hefty wad, if I may say so myself. Thanks. Now give me your wallet. What? Give me your wallet. You think the church is going to fix itself? Mary. I'm kidding. Sorry. I'll work on the whole pretending to be happy thing. Mary leans in and whispers to me. He's really good at it. Mary walks off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. Well, now it's just really awkward and uncomfortable. You know? Yeah. I'm really sorry about that. Are you okay? What's her deal? Brownies fix everything. Well, I feel like he's just gonna lie. Like, this marriage is just like a fine whiskey on the rocks. Are you okay? I'm just vacillating between are you okay and brownies. This brownie seems like a really obtuse thing to say, but like lighten it. We gotta lighten it. We're lightening it. This brownie will alleviate the situation. I take a brownie and split it in half, offering it to Joseph. He takes it. We eat. How's that feel? Better. You ready to head out? I know, Space Princess. It's not safe. Joseph and I load the folding tables into my car. Christy nods off the moment Joseph straps her into the car seat. I drop Joseph off in front of his house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tuckered you out, huh? I'm a sleepy dad. I think I might finally be crashing from all the sugar. Ha, I wouldn't keep you up then. Thanks for helping out today. Happy to do it. Also happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise we'll do something a bit more exciting and a bit less free labor. And I'm very sorry about the whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to see that. It's fine, really. I know, but first hangout domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me. Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun. Promise. I smile. I'd like that. Oh, and one last thing. Joseph tosses a cling-wrapped brownie through the window. It hits me in the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one. You earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope. Too late. I'm already walking away. But... Bye. Joseph walks up to his house. He waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, brownie. Eat the brownie now. Save the brownie for later. Have some self-control, Ethan. Save that brownie. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road. I step inside to find Amanda doing homework on the couch. Hey, Father Unit. Hi, child that I'm required to by law to care for. I'm saving. I've got so many save files, it's ridiculous. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How was the bake sale? Good. I think I really could have made a good life for myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. So what? Were there any extra brownies, or did you maybe sneak one? Or I think for a moment I realized I still have the brownie that Joseph gave me. This would probably do better in someone else's stomach than mine. Heads up. Wait. I hurl the brownie towards Amanda. It hits the wall behind her and falls on the ground. Nice throw. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks. Hey, if you're not going to bed anytime soon, would you be game for some real shark hunters of Orange County? I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. Okay, we did it. We did it. How'd we do? Nice. Noise. Okay. Doing pretty good. This isn't bad for a first run through. Like we've gotten 3 S's. You know, 6 dates, 3 S's, 3 A's. We're doing pretty good. We're doing all right. We're winning. We're winning at dates. Okay, well that is all for tonight. We will come back and then we will do Brian, and then we will start on the second dates because we are going to work our way through all of this. We are going to get all the endings. We are even going to come back and get the endings we didn't get. This is serious. This is serious business. Serious business. And we'll do whatever. Oh, Artemis, we'll do whatever like avenues we have to do to like get all the different endings, just because I want to see them all. Because that's how I game. That is how I game. All right. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This was a lot of fun. I will see you guys tomorrow for the regular just chatting stream, and I have a new video coming in the morning. So yes, good night to all of you. And yeah, this is fun. We're going to keep dating dads. Okay. Good night.